Alright, well, this is my first really informative video that I'm showing you guys. So, with fluke season underway, well underway, and going into summertime almost now, we're at the end of May, I thought I'd show you guys how to make a Bucktail Teaser fluke rig. And you're going to take your fluorocarbon leader, and you're going to take a nice solid amount. I don't know if you guys can see, it can't fit all in the camera, but right there is about probably 4.5 feet, maybe even 5 feet of fluorocarbon leader. And then you're going to take your fluorocarbon leader to the barrel swivel, and you're going to tie your knot of choice. I tied the uni knot, and it's a very, very simple knot. So if you guys can see there, I'll bring it nice and close. So you're going to feed that line through the barrel swivel, right like that, one side of the barrel swivel there. Okay, then you're going to feed that line a good, I'd say 6 to 8 inches through, right like so. So now you have about 8 inches going out the other end of the barrel swivel here. And this is the next step of the uni knot. You're going to take this line that's coming out the other end, and you're going to make what I could call it a 6. Okay, so you want to make it look like a 6. You take this line here, and you're going to make a little 6 there, okay? So, there's 2 holes now, and you're going to feed your line through this one and wrap it around. I'm going to bring it nice and close so you guys can see. 2 holes, and you're going to go through this one. So, there's 1. See how I did that? You go through that hole and out the top. There's 2. You don't need so many, but you need enough so that you're not going to break off, you know? There's 3. There's 4. And last one. Okay, and here is 5. So I'm going to pull this through with my teeth. Then you fit it through 5 times, and you should have something that looks like that. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like a braid. It looks like a braid that goes through and wraps over and over and over and over. Next, you're going to pull your tag end that you just looped through that hole a bunch of times, not mainline, this part right here, and you're going to pull that nice and tight. Not all the way through though. You're not going to pull it all the way tight. You're going to go to about when you have that much and it's still not connected to the barrel swivel, as you can see. You have about that much, and you're going to wet your line. So what I do is I wet it with my saliva, but you guys can wet it with water, or sometimes you just lick your finger and you rub the line. I'm going to wet my line. This is so you don't cause friction between the line, and it makes the line kind of frayed, and it will snap off easier when a fish takes it. So now I've wet the line. I'm going to pull it nice and tight with the main line. Do not pull the tag end here. Now you pull the main line. You pull it's almost like you're going to pull the barrel swivel and the main line apart from each other. So pull them as hard as you can apart from each other, and that should start shimmying its way down towards the swivel. And I'm almost there. I'm going to keep pulling apart, and see this knot is forming now. The uni knot is forming. And we're almost there. Now just keep pulling that main line nice and tight as hard as you can now. As hard as you can. And that's your uni knot right there. Perfect. That is a perfect uni knot. Alright, take this and trim your tag end. So now you have your swivel attached. Okay, so the next step is actually going to be tying on the bucktail. So I tie on the bucktail, and then I do the dropper loop at the end. So it's the same thing. You just feed it through. It's another uni knot. I love the uni knot so much. I overuse it, and I know a lot of guys who use so many different variations of knots in order so that these things don't break off. But I've never lost a lure with the uni knot. The line will snap first before a uni knot snaps, and it's so simple to make. So you're gonna feed 6 to 8 inches through on the bucktail. Make your 6, or to you guys what looks like a 9. Go through the bottom hole. Once. Twice. Oops. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. Perfect. So hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to pull this not all the way down, but pretty close. And it's going to look like that. Wet your knot. Wet your knot and the line so you create no friction on the way towards the bucktail. Pull that knot nice and close. No friction, nice and easy because I wet my line. And there's a good uni knot. Trim your tag end right about there. That's where you want to trim. Nice and close, but not too close, you know. Okay, so now you are on the final step, which is the dropper loop. This is the part that will attach the teaser onto your rig to make it a Bucktail Teaser Rig. Okay? So what I do in order to do this is I go to the bucktail and I measure up about 1 foot, maybe 18 inches. So I take my line, I measure out about 8 inches, right like that, maybe 8 to 10 inches, and I'm gonna fold it over to make a big O or circle. Okay, a nice big O. Nice and loose too, doesn't need to be so tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 bottom lines of that O, if you guys can see that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them over each other, wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap, and do it about 5 or 6 times until that there's a hole in the middle right there. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to take the top part of the circle, this part right here where my middle finger is touching that, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to feed that through this little hole, through there, pull it through, and now you should have something that looks like this. What you're going to do is you're going to take your teeth, you're going to grab this part, and you're going to pull up here, and you're going to pull out on the line from the sides. You're going to grab this part right like this. Now I don't know if you guys can still see a little bit of the line here, but you're going to pull up on that top part out, and you're going to pull to the side to tighten it right like that. And then you get it nice and tight right like that. That's a perfect dropper loop. Okay, you're almost done. You're on the last part, the easy part, feeding this teaser through the dropper loop. What you're going to do is you're going to pinch the top part of this dropper loop very tight. You're going to feed it through the eye of the teaser, pull out the other end, and then you're going to go down around the bottom of the hook and grab the main line, pull up, make sure you get around all that, around all the hairs of the teaser. You're going to pull on this main line here, and this will tighten around, and you should be done right like that. Yep, well, I hope this video helped you guys, and if you liked this video, please leave a like, and if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe.